making fried green tomatoes, the first thing you do is you clean your tomato really good. Then you slice it up, okay? And then I have a bag here that is seasoned flour. I put salt, pepper, and a little bit of all-purpose seasoning in it. And this is going to be my mixture. I'm gonna dip them in here, I'm gonna shake it up, and I'm gonna take the slices out and I'm gonna put it in the skillet where I've been getting the oil brought to a sizzle. Shake these slices right on top, and then we will pull them out one by one and put them in the skillet. Usually I would double batter them, which means I would flour these and I would dip them in some milk or an egg, either one, or buttermilk is also really good for that. And then you put it back in the flour and then you put them in the frying pan. However, trying them in a bit of a crunch, so I'm just flouring them once and trying to get it on thick enough I don't lose all of it. But then we're going to fry them for a little bit and then we're going to flip them around. Okay, the key secret when you're doing fried green tomatoes is you do them in batches, but you also only flip them once. If you flip them more than that, they're going to start to fall apart. The second thing is, fried green tomatoes, it's a little bit of an oxymoron. It's going to be very bitter the greener they are. So having a tad of pink on them is not a bad thing. Having a tad of pink actually means you'll get a better flavor out of them. Okay, I'm going to be blunt. I didn't like how the first batch came out, so I went ahead and made me a quick bowl of milk. So then I floured them and put them in the milk cup, and then I put it back in the flour bag and shook them back up. So anyways, I think these will hold the batter much better. This is how they looked when I didn't double batter them, and I don't recommend it because they're not very battered at all. See, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look appetizing. So I do recommend that you always double batter with these, because otherwise you're just going to lose all your flour. I have made the giant flour mess, however. But that's okay, I can clean that up. That'll wipe up in about 2 seconds. I did prepare my pan for receiving them by putting a little paper towel in there to line it up, so that way it'll soak up some of the grease. And they look much better and much tastier now than they did the first time. So that's the first piece batter. It's really just a tomato that I wasted. Luckily I had 4 tomatoes, which is more than enough for 2 people. So I'm going to make more than enough. One thing I will say is notice that the grease is getting browner from the flour, so your batches will turn out browner, especially using cast iron. So each batch will have a little bit more brownness to it. So you have to be real careful not to burn it once that starts to happen and not to get too much burnt on it. But a little bit is good and adds a little flavor to your tomatoes. So anyways, this is how I do my fried green tomatoes. Pretty simple. It just takes a couple of learning curves. And even I, who's done this for years, made a mistake by not double battering that first batch. So you can still make mistakes when you're in a hurry.